We're live, Canadian wine lovers. Guess what? We have so many wines open in front of us right now. It is super fun. It is that time of the week to relax, have a glass of Canadian wine, and chat all things Canadian wine. Right, Carl Boucher?
Right. So let's get going. Cheers!
Happy Wine Wednesday. Look at that.
Cheers! Happy Wine Wednesday! Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, everyone across the country, coast to coast, welcome. Sit back. Sorry, we're a little late, but sit back, relax, pour a glass of awesome Canadian wines in your glass and listen to us talking about the highlight of our weeks last week, the highlight of our weekend, and what's coming up. It's just hot in here. Whew.
It is.
So
It's almost summer, guys. Yeah, I can feel it. I love it. Ooh, who's this in the comments? Tracy and Jim.
there you go. Let us know where you're tuning in from, what's in your glass. Just like Tracy and Jim, they have a 2022 Domaine de Grand Pré Riesling. Woohoo! We love Grand Pré. The Stute family out in Nova Scotia. So absolutely fantastic, Tracy and Jim. What a great choice. Mira, how much do we love the Nova Scotia wines here, hey?
Really love them. Really love them. Grand Pré was in our first Pan-Canadian Masterclass.
It was the first Nova Scotia winery that we ever feature.
You bet. You bet. Sorry, Tracy and Jim and people on YouTube. I hear that you're getting like weird comments from past lives on the stream, which is weird, but I'll look into it. But in the meantime, I have to say, Carl, you did such a great job labeling all my many wine glasses for me. Very nicely done. What's in these glasses?
Hey?
What's in these glasses?
They're labeled. Ha ha ha!
Well, yeah, but 13 CM, 13 Cab Merlot.
You got that right.
Wine tasting, and I get the first wine right.
Yeah, right. What? How can we call that? First letter tasting, or I don't know.
Yeah.
You also have ET.
S. Watch this skill here. It says S, and it's a red. I'm gonna guess Syrah.
You got that right. You got that right.
Oh,
okay, now we have a tough one. ETR.
ETR.
Yeah, you got a glass of ETR.
ETR on it. Okay, so
so if you smell it, you'll be able to tell me exactly what ETR is. Because
stands for Riesling.
Yeah, because we tasted it last night, and I want to talk to people about that. It is freaking amazing. I rarely talk about BC Rieslings, but this one absolutely freaking deserved the spotlight. Enter Riesling. Speaking of Riesling, I have the big boy here. We just got that from the winery. But yeah, so we have a bunch here in front of us. I know. So we're going to do some Pan-Canadian tasting tonight. I have a few, but also we're going to pre-taste our selection, our next week's selection with 13th Street Estate Winery out in Niagara, an outstanding value proposition, but also with very top high-end wines. So we're going to taste some 13th Street. I have some pretty cool stuff behind you. I have 12 wines to taste from 13, and we will select maybe 9 out of these 13 of these 12 from 13th Street. Unfortunately, there was no butter tart in the sample box. I looked.
You
There
know
is
what I
no
think
butter.
happened? Clearly, because I'm sure they would have not sent us wine without butter tarts. Clearly, someone very carefully tampered with that box and ate the butter tarts.
That's probably what happened. I mean, Mira, I know you tried to blind taste me. I know exactly what's in the rosé because we're tasting. I know that's the Vin Gris of Gamay. You know why? Because
Why?
it's like putting Daniel Bonterin Seven Direction in my glass. I can smell it from a mile away. And you know what? That Vin Gris of Gamay from 13th Street has been one of my very favorite. It always rated just below Daniel Bonterin in the last 3 years that we're doing our Rosé Marathon. So I know for a fact. So I really don't want to piss on your parade or hurt your feeling or whatever, but this one I think you can put a check mark right next to to the blind tasting number one. I'm sure that's what it is. And you know what, I know that we're tasting a Chardonnay tonight for a pre-tasting of the Pan-Canadian, and in my glass here, there is a Chardonnay, but it's not the Pan-Canadian Chardonnay. I would bet everything I have that in my glass here, it's not a Saint-Chuck Chardonnay. So I will keep digging. I don't know exactly. That might be different options, but this Chardonnay is not the Saint-Chuck Chardonnay. It's not the nose of the Saint-Chuck. So, but it's an Oaky Chardonnay.
But
Let's leave it there.
So wait a second. So what you put in the freezer though is not a Chardonnay.
What I put in the freezer? Yes. Is it the wine in the freezer?
No.
Okay,
No.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought I saw Pinot Noir in the freezer. No.
Did I put the Pinot in there?
Because I was like, why did he put the Pinot in the freezer? I guess
no, it should be a Chard.
Okay.
Did you open it? Okay.
I haven't opened it. No, because I thought, well, I did move it.
Yeah, okay. Just running around and doing stupid stuff. And yeah, okay, I did the wrong thing.
Okay. Well, we're having a Chardonnay party here, which is really good. And because Karen's got Meyer Chardonnay, Old Main Road.
Oh, I love that wine. I love that wine, Karen. Whoop, whoop.
And Jeff said Vineland Cab Merlot, Consommé Pinot Blanc. Ooh, very nice. Ooh. We have a Cab Merlot from 13th Street, which I think is was your top value wine 1 or 2 years ago, right? The 13th Street.
Yeah, I think the top value one was the Expression series.
And this is the next level up, like the next.
Yeah, well, I guess level up in a sense by a $19 wine or $17 wine, I think.
It's still a really good value.
Oh, yeah. Absolute freaking Lee.
Very nice. See, that's how I roll. I'm going to start with the reds. Then we'll go to the rosé. Then we'll go to the Chardonnay, right?
I might just finish with the Riesling. Mira, do you mind to give me the price point for that little bad boy 13th Street Cab Merlot 2022?
Yeah, 13th Street.
By the way, I have to say, Mira, it might not be a new shirt, but I really, really like that shirt. I have to say. So, okay. Here is for my little...
Love it. Okay. So based on their website, the 2022 Cab Merlot is $21.95 include. Oh, this is the sneaky thing that happened after that crazy HST holiday business. Is all the Ontario wineries switched their prices. Now they're plus HST. They used to be including. So it's $21.95 plus HST, whatever that comes to. Yeah, Vicky, it is a lemon tree. My mom came to visit. She's like, you need more things like plants. So lemon tree. There you go. Well, Lorna, you just got to stop by more often, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Love
So
it.
that little Cap Merlot, it's pretty darn awesome. Really, really, really good. I love that. We'll give it a score before the end of the night. Okay.
Okay.
We'll do just that.
So for
Yeah.
your blind tasting glasses,
Yes.
you've already guessed the Vangry.
Yeah,
So
that was a no-brainer. And I know that there's a Chardonnay in that. Like this is an oaky Chardonnay. So that's why
oaky.
I
You think it's an oaky Chardonnay?
I think so, yeah. I think
Okay.
so. I have that like little nuttiness of the yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
I'm gonna go get the bottles that we're blind tasting you on because I can
yeah.
show the Vangry bottle and then this Chardonnay. But yeah, tell us more before you go to the Chardonnay about the Vangry because that was one of the wines of the summer last year. The 13th Street Vangry was a
100%.
heck of a Vangry, and really Vangry is just rosé, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's when like Vingri, it's when you take a red grape and you press it just like if you're about of doing a red wine, but you just do the first press. It's the saignée of not the saignée, it's the press, and remove the first juice, the first press right out of the gate. So that's the Vingri. So what I have here, oh man, the nose is so awesome. It's strawberry. It's a little white flower.
You keep saying the lovely things. I'm gonna go get the bottle. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So that Vingri is just such a beautiful texture. On top of it, what happened here is you got texture but bright acid, really beautiful mouth-watering acidity, rhubarb, strawberry, crabapple, and a light white spice lingering on the finish, and makes like that little also almost skin contact type of tartness on the back end, who makes it even longer and more complex. This is always one of my very top rosé, and this is again 22 was off the chart, 23. So I think, I'm not sure exactly which vintage that we have here in the glass, but it's fresh, it's crisp.
I mixed up my glasses, but look at how much of a pro I am. I can tell you by the color which one the Vangry is. So.
Oh, yeah, that's pro tip right there. That is pro tip right there.
Slightly like a rosé. Vangry meaning just it was on the skins a little bit, right?
Well, just very, 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 very like short amount of time. It's the first press of it said when the grapes are just going on top of each other, the skins start cracking, the juice go between the grapes, and that's the first like amount of juice in the bottom. They remove the first and that's the Vingri.
Yeah, we loved this wine last summer, and holy cow.
Which vintage do we have here?
2024.
That's the brand new 24, eh? Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, this is right in line with all of the three previous Vingri that I had. I mean, I really love 23 last year was like this. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was my second highest rated rosé of the season. So like no bullshit with that one. This is a incredible. I'm not sure about the price. I think we're just around the $25 probably.
I'll be your researchist.
But the nose, that's a 93-point nose. The nose is just so outstanding. I want to know.
It's the same as the Cab Merlot, $21.95 plus tax.
$21.95. Okay, so under $25.
Pretty good.
crisp and crunchy. Like tons of cranberry this year. Lots of cranberry, but surrounded by softness and strawberry puree. Ah, super, like very, very good. That this is going to be in the running for the top rosé again this year. Yeah, for sure. Score coming up in a few minutes. But this is at least 92 plus point. At least. Outstanding. This is right in line with Rob's Saint-Saul Rosé. Right in line with Chez Code, Grenache, Syrah, Saint-Saul. This is that type of top of the line rosé of the season.
Love it. It is very good. And for the price point,
is there any barrel in there?
The Van Gris, it says it doesn't say on the thing, on the label.
Okay.
Yep. It just says predominantly free run juice blended with some from a light pressing.
Yeah.
Giving it the slight tint of color.
Yep. Okay.
It's Niagara Peninsula, 100% Gamay. 12.5% alcohol, which is also nice lower alcohol.
It's crisp and light, right? That's what it's light on its feet, but lots of layers.
Do you know what they say in their tasting notes? Basil sorbet.
Okay. Well, I was about to more about but maybe that's what I.
Sometimes you wonder, like these people that do the tasting notes, like on what planet do you think of basil sorbet? But that is a really cool thing.
Well, I mean, I can see that in the sense that it's crisp, it's fresh. So that's where the sorbet type of thing, and there's a bit of savoriness in it. So here is the basil sorbet. I was like, to me, if you ask me about anything like sorbet, I would go with lime sorbet, lime and maybe a bit of mint. But yeah, we're on the same page. But this is outstanding wine, outstanding.
Awesome. Jim and Tracy are on the correct wavelength now. YouTube has taken them out of YouTube jail. I'm glad, guys. I'm glad. Oh, hello. Come in. Welcome back, goalie. Our goalie's back.
Oh, the goalie's back from the hockey practice. There you go. There we go. One down, two more to go. So, okay, hockey practice, check. Now, football practice is the next one to come home, and we'll finish with the baseball game later.
And I have the most amazing short ribs in the oven that you pour a whole bottle of Cabernet into. They are almost done. Oh,
absolutely.
Tracy, that's because I didn't say I fixed Instagram for you. Thanks for reminding me, Tracy. Thank you.
There you go. There you go. That's awesome. So, hey, before we start talking about the Pan-Canadian, I was thinking, should we talk about what we did last Saturday?
Yes.
Should
we? Did we do last Saturday? I don't remember.
So last Saturday, Justin, the whole prep leading up to Mother's Day. By the way, happy belated Mother's Day to all of the moms in Carl's Wine Club. Every single of you guys. We love you. We had a Mother's Day weekend here at Carl's Wine Club head office. We tried to make the whole weekend special for mom. Everything after the sports mayhem of Saturday afternoon, I took Mira to Black Market Wine Company because we had a bit of business to do, in a sense that we needed to figure out which Merlot, Black Market Merlot, we're going to feature at the Pan-Canadian. So we got there, we tasted not only 4 different Merlots, but we also tasted single barrels, everything in barrels at the winery from the 2022 vintage, from the 2023 vintage. So anyway, we had a ton of fun with Rob, tasting not only the 2020 estates, the 2021 estate, the 2022 Zotomir vineyard, but also, no, that was the 2022 in barrels, like 22 or 23. Anyway, Rob, if you're listening, help me here. I need to know which vintage of the barrel. I don't have my my sheet here, but
hey, I'm gonna show pictures of this though, guys, because it's
anyhow, tasting all of these Merlot, first and foremost, it's always a treat to do that with Rob. And we brought with us a couple Cap Franc from Niagara, and also we brought this, which is the new 2023 Stratus Amphora Chardonnay. And holy shit, that we enjoyed that Chardonnay big freaking time, all of us. So we were planning to be at Black Market maybe for an hour or so. We stayed for 3.5. We had a blast. Great tasting with the, but yeah, and we came back not exactly sure which of the Merlot we're going to feature at the Pan-Canadian. But we had an amazing time, always as usual, with Rob and Michelle. Karen was there too, and that was an outstanding tasting. My takeaway of that, it's the 2020 estate Black Market Merlot is a freaking beast. It is a beast. It's bold. It's tannic. It's oaky. It's good. It's a reflection of the Conviction Ridge terroir and all of that. I just love that. But there's also the 22 Zotomir where it's really, really cool with a little bit more ready to drink, a little bit fruitier. So we're still debating. We're going to put it side by side with the 2020 Stratus, the 2020 Ferox, which rated 95 points early last year. And we're going to select which of the Black Market Merlot we're going to do our side-by-side at the Pan-Canadian on June 21st at Sua and staff, because we're changing the format a little bit and we're doing side-by-side same grape varietals from different places across the country. So, yeah. Yes, Mira. I thought you wanted to say something.
No, it's good. It's good. I'm going to just share pictures of what Carl just talked about. Check this out because it's pretty fun. So, and a quick sec here. If you stay till the end, you get to see the before picture of my front patio that I planted. This is a new thing in our house. There was some kind of competition at our middle kids' school to plant a garden. And he is big on winning.
He's just big on winning.
So we are now in the proud possession of an award-winning garden setup. He's on YouTube too. He posts a video every day with the garden and
no, TikTok, not YouTube.
Sorry, TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. Gabe's Garden Works on TikTok. And he has
check him out, okay? Because what's is very important to mention, Mira, it is done all of that on his own. It's
100% on his own. I swear I taught him nothing except through osmosis. And he used ChatGPT to set up his TikTok, create a logo, create the schema for the garden design. Like ChatGPT came up with a picture, came up with a shopping list, came up with a budget, and also helped him start a Shopify store that he is now selling products on. I kid you not. So this is the next generation. It's mind-blowing. I have no idea how to even do half this stuff, but they do. So, but anyway, so you can see pictures of my garden if you stay till the end.
Guys. Whoa, time out.
What?
Time out. Ooh.
What happened?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, baby. So Pan-Canadian Sneak a Peek. That's one of them. Did you just taste it? This is this one, the S, right?
Yes.
The S for syrup.
Yes.
See,
focus on the finish.
Okay. Oh, that's a beauty. Oh, that's a beauty.
When we say white pepper, long lingering white pepper, this is that in a nutshell. So, okay. Last year, I tasted the 2021 Clos du Soleil Syrah Winemaker Series. I gave it a 91 plus, or maybe 92. Fantastic wine, very tiny, small production. This year, when I reached out to different winemaker that I thought will fit the bill perfectly for the Pan-Canadian, when I reached out to Clos du Soleil, Michael Clark got super excited and said, yes, I want to be there. I want to go. And now we're trying to decide which wine should we feature. We want to feature maybe the signature, their Bordeaux blend, their flagship wine. We settle on the 2022, the brand new Winemaker Series Syrah, because we already have a Syrah lineup with Stratus 2020 and Mouchadre 2020. So, holy smoke, I just cracked that bottle open. Holy shit. Similkameen Valley Syrah, ladies and gentlemen. This is fucking good. Woohoo! Holy smokes.
And what's the vintage again?
22.
22.
This is a baby, but holy smokes. The finish is still lingers. It's been 35, 40 seconds. It's no more than that. It still lingered.
22 was a bumper crop in the Okanagan, right? It was quite a great vintage. It was
absolutely quality wise, and I got when I was talking to some of winemaker in 23, which 23 was the first frost. Some of them were saying it's kind of a godsend that we didn't have another 22, two bumper crop back to back. We would have too much juice, too much grape, maybe like it could have been a problem.
Yeah.
If you look at those conversations now at mid 2025 after two frosts back to back, I mean, it went completely the opposite way. 23, they had a frost, very tiny production or no production. In 24, obviously nothing. I'd absolute wiped out. But anyway, 2022 Similkameen Valley. This is, I'm going to give it a score a little later on. So stay till the end. There's going to be a bunch of scores coming your way. But this Syrah is fucking wow.
It is very wow. I love it. Okay, here's what I promised. Here's Carl. We're going to Black Market. All right. It's beautiful there. Who's been there? Who's been there? I love it there. It's so gorgeous. Like the view. Okay, so there's Carl. It was the day before Mother's Day. So they were doing
Saturday,
really nice.
That was the pre-Mother's Day celebration.
Yeah, with like chocolates and little cheese.
That was the adult version.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So here they are, Rob and Carl, doing the Merlot side by side. But of course, then they're like, oh, like, let's go taste some barrels, because why not? Right. And that's when it got a little crazy. But look at this. So here's Carl doing his tasting.
These are all Merlots, and in there was two different vintage of estate, one Zotomir, and a single barrel, a single puncheon. So a puncheon is a 500-liter barrel. So 100% new French oak puncheon of Merlot. It was really freaking good. Daryl, I'm talking to you right now. 100% new. One puncheon of new Merlot, 100% oak.
Something else.
Yeah. Pretty slick. And this is going to go in the final blend.
That he did something similar with 100% oak a number of years ago, and it turned out so well that he's like,
a Cap Sauv. It was a Cap. That was Cap Sauv. There was only one barrel of it, and that's a wine that John Striner rated 94 points.
That's right. So here we are tasting the barrels. This is always the best part. If a wine, it's so funny because he's like, do do you think we could taste a couple barrels? And we're like, oh, pull my rubber arm. Like, of course we're going to taste some barrels. That's amazing. So it's always the best part. Look at Carl. He's happy.
Can make a reel of that. I can see now, like on Facebook, there's very short reel who people do like always the same move, right?
Yeah, it's always fun watching Carl go. I love it.
Yeah. So that was fun. So that's the one in there. So we even went on the other side too to taste 4 more barrels, which were from 2 different vintage, same Cooper. No, 2 same age from a different Cooper. So there was all of these little intricacy, which made all of this as like much more like amazing. And I mean, we learn about.
You learned about Merlot. Yeah, this is what we tasted after because we got to cross-pollinate them. But the whole point was, we're learning about Merlot. We're tasting the barrels, but you had to decide what was going to go in the lineup for the Pan-Canadian. Like, people don't realize sometimes how much Carl does to curate that experience for us and how special that is. Because I don't think anyone else can pull off what Carl does. Like, you have such an incredible knowledge of the Canadian wine scene and what's possible. And so I appreciate it. Thanks in advance for the great time we'll have on June 21st.
Oh, I think I'm going to have a good time too, because my co-host, my co-MC, because you're the host, but my co-MC is going to be Marcel Morgenstern. Yes. And I know that we're going to have a freaking blast drilling these winemakers sitting in front of the panel and getting the best out of them. That is for sure. I cannot wait. It's going to be such a good time. But Mira, without all of the technical support that you bring in the back, I mean, there's no way that I can put all of these fascinating wines together. I'm trying
to read your notes.
Oh, my notes. Yeah.
We'll read your notes later. Here. It's too slow. That's your notes.
That's one of our kids'
here's what
notes.
I promised. For those of you that were listening and stay till the end, okay? That was my view. That was my view at the start of Mother's Day. That was the poor bird that flew into our window this week. Every week, poor birds are flying into our windows. I don't know how to stop it right now. And then, okay, so this is the award-winning or soon-to-be award-winning garden, okay, that our 10-year-old has done. He built the planter bed. He found that chest at a garage sale and brought it back on his wagon. This is all him. So there you go. And then this is my before, you guys.
Check out his TikTok channel. It's freaking awesome.
So this is my before of our front planters. Okay. That's the before. So stay tuned. Next week, I'll show you the after. Basically, our son inspired me. I was like, oh my gosh, if he could do all that with a garden, what have I been doing my whole life with these planters? So whoever comes to visit for the Rosé Marathon coming up soon, hopefully those plants I planted in my planters, you'll be able to say, wow, nice plants, Mira. The after looks good, right? Okay, so it was the 2016 Cab Sauv that Rob did that was 100% new oak. And now it's the 22 Merlot that we're talking about.
No, that's not the wine. No, Mira. The 22 Merlot, it's one barrel who's going to go in the mix, in the final blend. Is just one of the punch and one of the element of the final result of that vintage.
But what we're saying is we love that one. We love that.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. I'm not sure if it's the one that I would select to bring to 150 people to 150 people tasting. I was looking for something more terroir specific. I'm looking for something from, I want to taste the dirt of Caledon, right? But and that's where our selection is going to lean towards. Nonetheless, tasting that barrel is freaking awesome. That's like, and for people who like oak, like we do, like Daryl's do, like other members do. But this is a freaking treat to have that. And I mean, if Rob would say, Carl, what should I do? Should I bottle this like should I single bottle that and this and that? And knowing that the final blend will not miss on this one, I would say so. But I think the final blend need that element in the composite, in the full-on structure composite to make the next release of the estate compelling for what he does. But doing what we've done, it's just helped me to get in his head, to get in Rob's head and taste the barrel one-on-one, see how he thinks and see every element that he has on hand to get to his final product. Oh, it's just so freaking amazing. So thanks again for having us. It was pretty fascinating again. And also on another note, we will feature at the Wine Garden. So the Wine Garden is at the welcome reception Thursday night at Bellaterra around the pond. We'll do under the tent. There's going to be a wine garden, and we will serve the brand new Chardonnay from Black Market at the Wine Garden. So this is another new something, the second vintage, the second or the third, the second vintage of the Black Market Chardonnay will be served at the welcome reception among other treat that. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff we're going to be served at the Wine Garden. So stuff we're not going to be served during the main event. So when we say that you guys are going to taste wines from over 40 wineries, 15 at least, and you guys going to taste like over 100 wines that weekend. So
it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. Right now are going to join us. But if you are still thinking about it, it's a good time to firm up your plans because there's only 2 all access passes left. And there's about 30% of the tickets left. So there's the welcome reception. The Friday that's the welcome receptions on the Thursday night. The Friday, we're going vineyard touring with lunch and dinner because we know from our past experiences when we have a bus full of people vineyard touring, we get hungry and you don't want to just pull up at a restaurant with like 30 people. So yeah, we have the lunch and dinner worked into the plans. And then, of course, is the main event on the Saturday, pretty much all afternoon. So if you're not familiar with like wine tastings of this nature, brace yourself because it will be quite an initiation. I know last year, one of the guests of one of our members was like, I have never been to a wine tasting ever. The Pan-Canadian was her first one. And I was like, wow, all respect to you because you got thrown off in the deep end. But she was a good sport about it. So yeah, but it's a good 4.5 hours, including the reception, the intermission, and the program. So this is not a typical old wine tasting. You're hearing from the actual winemakers. We're going to do flights of different varietals this year, right? So what are the flights like, Carl?
Chardonnay.
Yeah.
Is anyone surprised? Please. I want to hear it.
You're
Chardonnay,
kidding.
Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Riesling, and Syrah. So, and now I think we are at 15. There's also maybe a Pinot flight who is on the work, but cannot confirm just yet. But yeah, so that's where we're at now. 3 Chardonnays, 3 Syrahs, 3 Cap Francs, 2 Merlots. So from there, it's 11 wine just there. There's one, yeah, there's one Riesling confirmed, and I'm reaching out. Mira, how would you feel if I reach out to Dallas tomorrow? I want that. Like, I just tasted it again.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, we have kind of one of the best winemakers and biggest advocates for Riesling on the planet.
On the planet, yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah, abso-freaking-lutely. Peter Gamble. And he and Anne Sperling are kind of like this incredible international duo, winemaker, viticulturist couple. And they're behind some of the best wineries in Canada and some of the best wineries in the world. And he's a big advocate for Riesling, and he makes some incredible Riesling. So he's going to be speaking, and we'll taste his Riesling. And we're looking for sort of a cross-Canada fun side-by-side for that Riesling. So that's Peter
White Cap 2020 dry Riesling. This is absolutely incredible. I gave that wine through 93 plus, I believe. But yeah. So now, like, that Anterre Riesling, I mean, this like, we've been sipping on that for 3 days now, and Jesus Mary, it just keeps getting better and better and better. So ooh. Yeah, so that's where we're at here. But I have Mira, this wine, that Syrah, will go in the Pan-Canadian box. That's for sure. This is going in the Pan-Canadian box, absolutely, because now I have to make some selection. If there's 15 or 16 wines part of the Pan-Canadian, I don't have a box of 16 wines. That's going to be a 12-pack Pan-Canadian surprise box. But I have to say that Syrah will go in there. This is. You called me stingy lately. You called me pretty like I was pretty stiff on my score, this and that. But I have to say that this is at least a 94 points. And I just opened it. Just opened it. We opened it like 10 minutes before the show. So keep it going tomorrow. That might hit heights of as high as 95 plus. I mean, this Syrah is something else. I've rarely seen a finish like that. Holy smoke. Whoa.
There you go.
Wow.
They're saying easy solution, just 2 cases at the Pan-Canadian. I agree. I mean, especially for people taking it home. If you want 2 cases, we'll find you 2 amazing cases. But I just don't know if in 4.5, 5 hours we can hear from that many people and have that many amazing wines. But so Daryl's saying, where's the Pinot lineup? And it's true. I mean, we're missing the Pinot. We're missing the rare varietals because Canada does some rare varietals really well. That's the trouble with being in a new world wine region where we have the most diverse, terroir on the planet. So we do like so many varietals so well in so many different places.
So Daryl, I'm sorry for cutting you off, Mira. Just go ahead.
No,
finish. Richard, like, I had a conversation with Richard De Silva yesterday. Richard wants to feature his 2022 Pinot. That's the one that he wants to feature. So
good.
I was waiting for Thomas Batchelder. Thomas wasn't sure if he would be in town. Thomas is in London, right? I'm telling you, like, all of that information, all of my
This is the messy part. I mean, this is the part that makes this event so genius that we can just sit back and enjoy, is that Carl does all this crazy curation on the backside.
Well, so all of these back channel conversation I'm telling you here. So I was waiting for Thomas Thomas is in London right now with Team Canada to anyway at the London house. I was supposed to connect yesterday. He didn't pick up. So I don't have a confirmation for Richard. Now.
For Thomas.
For Thomas. Now, Richard De Silva is a man of finding solutions. He's like, okay. He's saying, oh, how about Keith?
Keith
is coming, yeah. So anyway, I have
makes a phenomenal Pinot Noir. Yes.
So Daryl, I mean, if we have money to put, I would. If I was you, I will give you an insider track. Put money on yes more than a no on a Pinot Noir flight. Been 2. Probably, but there's a good chance. So I'm working on that in the next couple of days, and we'll see where it ends. That was also the Riesling part, and like anyway, so there was it was Riesling and Pinots, but Richard doesn't make Riesling anyway. So anyway, working on it. Lots of back channel conversation too, and also every time that I add a new wine. It's another 150 glasses that you need to add to the rental bill. So you should have seen the face of vintages. Like you should have seen the face of the lady who works for the vintages, like who help us organize the whole thing. When I told her there was 15 and maybe 16 wines, she did what? So Suan said that many. I thought it was 12. I was like, well, that was 12 last, but that was 13 last year. So I can't. Anyway, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, and there's actually not that many places on the placemats either. So that's okay.
That's easy to fix. That's easy to fix. 2 placemat. I told her we're gonna print 2 placemat. We're gonna flip the placemat at the break, and that I had to figure it out. So there's a solution.
Yeah, but we know this from previous ones. It's like the amount of glassware for this tasting is quite mind-boggling. But that's why it's fun, because it's ridiculous. I mean,
well, that's what makes it like the wine tasting to be part of in the country.
It is.
I mean, there's no other way to go about it. This is the wine tasting to be part of.
If you're a wine nerd and you don't go to the Pan-Canadian at least once in your, once in your lifetime at least, it's like, yeah. If you're a wine nerd, this is the place to be. It is. You will find your people. You'll be like, where have you been all my life? Okay. What I want, Carl, is I'm going to go try and find that Chardonnay that you thought you had put in the fridge, but is a Pinot.
It's in the box. It's in the box right next to. You sure it's a Pinot?
Well, I'll go check again, and maybe I hallucinated Pinot. I thought, I was channeling Daryl. I turned the Chardonnay into a Pinot Noir.
Well, go check the bottle, because I have a strong feeling that it was, but
no, spare ticket. Okay, you guys can contact Susan if you need one spare ticket. That's awesome to know, Susan. I can try and put you in touch too, because hopefully this will be sold out very soon, and so then we'll be able to figure something out. But yeah. So you said where?
Go check again the bottle. If not, by the stairs, there's a box there. It's a full leaning post box. So
okay, so I'll see if it's in there. Okay.
Yeah, but I would suggest you go check again on the bottle that you thought it was a Pinot.
Much. Okay. And then while I'm gone, I want you to try and guess. You already guessed Chardonnay, which is correct. But what else is in your glass? So you said you think it's oaky. Tell us more, and I will be right back. Right back.
So that Chardonnay, well, I mean, why I say it's okay is because that really nutty type of smell of nose. So that's where it lead me to the oak component of of that wine. I mean, it seems like to be a little bit more of a entry level that we usually crack around here. I would say this is probably like $25 Chardonnay. That's what I'm thinking. There's a nice long finish on that, though. I mean, for the price that I think it is. Interesting. Lots of lime and lemon. A little bit of yellow apple. But like, yeah, there's a little mineral finish as well that keeps lingering. So very interesting. But pleasant. I would say this is a very pleasant Chardonnay to taste. And I would suggest that there's a bit of neutral oak in there because I got some of that nutty component that I usually found in the. So that's Pinot. That's what.
That's your nice chilled Pinot.
Okay, so that's how we're opening. That's okay.
Is this the one?
No, it's not.
What's the one?
That's the Senchuk Chardonnay.
Ah, okay. Well, we'll check.
There you go. Thank you. Oh, and also if you can bring me another mug. Yeah. Thank you. My mug, my spit mug is quite full. Yeah, so yeah, that's mean we've tasted a lot of wine tonight, which is good. By the way, I want to talk. Speaking about Chardonnay, I don't know if Rob's still listening tonight, but I knew he was on earlier. But this Stratus Amphora, wow! Holy smokes! That we had 2022. We had an incredible pleasure to taste that wine.
That's the one, right? That Chardonnay.
That's the one. Okay. The new 2021 Leaning Post Chardonnay, a wine that 2 years ago we featured the 2019, I believe, at the first Pan-Canadian at Bellaterra. Last year, Eddie Senchuk made the trip to Esther Creek for the 2.0, and we featured the Senchuk Pinot Noir. Now, I mean, when I've decided to do a flight component of Chardonnays, I mean, there was no way that Elia will not be part of that Pan-Canadian. Even if we wanted to rotate and start switching some of our panelists a little bit, I mean, Senchuk Chardonnay has to be part of that flight of Chardonnay, which will be served with the Garnet Valley Ranch Chardonnay, which is a branch of the Okanagan Crush Pad here in the Okanagan, who opened a winery in the Garnet Valley, and that Chardonnay is so terroir driven that had to be part of that lineup. And the third Chardonnay is Prince Edward County Chardonnay. So that's going to be fun to taste a Lincoln Lakeshore Niagara Escarpment, Prince Edward County Chardonnay with Trail Estate 2022, and Garnet Valley Ranch. So there you go. It's popped, Mira. I popped it. I did.
Good job. Good job. It was not chilled like the Pinot, but it was, cellar temperature. It was all right.
So now, that's more what we're talking about here. Lemon meringue, that wild ferment popping out. Hey, where's yours? You have to come back here.
I don't know what you did with our glassware, Carl Boucher.
I put them back in the box.
Yeah, I can't find any of it. So anyway, it's all good. I'll get it after.
Not tasting Senchuk Chardonnay without you having some. So come back up here now.
All right.
I have some for you. Here.
All right. I'll be right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. You guys can't see this, but like this is why we're having trouble with the glassware, because there's like 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'll go get another one. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's right here, ready for you. So now I just had a sip of that. To my opinion, a little bit more entry level. Like I said, probably up to $25 in that. In my blind taste, that I'm sure I know it's a shard. And now I have the Sandshock 2021 here. Oh. I mean, I already have a 94 points right in front of me, and maybe higher, okay? The Clos du Soleil 22 Syrah. Incredible. Now.
I found, guess what? Not just one wine glass. I found freaking like 100 of them.
I know, in the box. That's what I said. Because the cupboard was so full, and one fell when I opened the cubby the other day. It fell, and like I broke it. I'm like, so that's why I put them back in the box. So anyway, that's the cheers.
Cheers.
That's a Sandshock Chardonnay. Cheers, right there.
Oh my God, it smells so good.
Isn't it? Yeah. There you go. There you go. So 2021, first time. Oh, no, that's not true. I tasted that wine out of a barrel last August. Yeah, last August we tasted that wine out of barrel.
Oh.
Mm.
So as I sniff on this, I'm looking out at the Naramata Bench. I'm looking at vineyards. The sky's blue. There's a big lake, green.
Oh.
It's spectacular. And this is like transports you to an orchard, I think.
Well, this is the cousin of the younger cousin of the wine of the year last year. So the Clone 548 Sandshock 2020, which was one of the component of the Sandshock vineyard. Now, this is the 2021 vintage, and it's the blend of the two clones that Ilya grow at the Sandshock vineyard. So it's not single clone like our wine of the year last year. This is vineyard, the blend of the two single clone. Again, focus on the length of that wine, Mira. The length is just like going and going and going. There's weight on that wine, but there's also finesse and there's also lift. When I say lift, I say a mid-palate acidity who keeps everything right up. It's like for girls who need it, it's like a bra. It keeps everything up. Did I say that? Cut. Should I have said that? Okay.
And the oak is like the makeup. Is that correct?
Yeah, but very well made. That oak is right at this perfect spot.
I love it.
Ah.
No, I'm just trying to show if you can see the kind of legs on this wine, and that's a similarity between that and the Syrah we opened from the Simil Camine. A heck of a legs on these wines. To me, I don't know. It's not always like that, but often, like the wines I like, they got nice legs. Nice legs. Really good.
Holy smokes. This is good. This is complexity. What are we for price now?
Okay, so say it again. It's 2021 Leaning Post
Sandshock Vineyard Chardonnay, and like 12.5%, right on my wheelhouse. perfect
Yeah,
level of alcohol for a high level Chardonnay. It can be 13 and a half. I mean, this is not a knock on wine to have a higher alcohol level, but to me, this is just a perfect balance between the oak, between the alcohol, between the concentration. The mid palate is just so well built, and that acid just keeps everything up. There's long mineral lip smacking finish. Oh, wow.
So you said 2021 Sencha. Okay, well, I don't think it's on their website yet. Is that possible?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So I think the 2020 was $50, including tax. But the 2021 I don't see. So, oh wait.
Yeah, there's a little saltiness as well, salty lime at the end.
Okay, I found it. It says new release. It's like not, I Googled it, but it wasn't easy to find on their website. New release 2021 Senchuk Vineyard Chardonnay from Leading Post, 55.20 including tax.
Including tax?
Yeah.
I mean, these are not cheap, but these are some of the best wines in the country. I mean,
Rick Van Sickle gave it 94 points.
Yeah, that's what I didn't want you to say it. Next time, don't tell me, okay? Because yeah, that was exactly my score.
That was
exactly my score. So
I believe you, because that's the funny thing with Carl is bang on with the scores every single time when we go blind and you press him for a score, and then I look up what Decanter said or what other critics have said. He's always within like half a point to a point max.
Well, that's the thing, and I don't want to know other people's score until I scored it, because I don't want to be skewed. I don't want to have that preconceived idea. That's so. But yeah, 94. That's exactly where I was. So, yeah. And I will see. I might have a plus tomorrow. I will see how this wine will evolve. But this is Senchuk. I mean, there's no surprise here. Let's be honest. I tasted 18, 19, 20, now 21. There's none of these wines are below 93 points. I went all the way up to 95 plus. 96 with the single clone. So this is Senchuk Chardonnay. This is the very, very top in the country, with Wismer Foxcroft, Parcelle Nord from Thomas Batchelder, with Grimsby Hillside Frontière Block from Batchelder, with some of the Stratus Chardonnay, with some of like we'll name the Meyer de Clava clone as well that I tasted lately, which I think it's incredible. So this is right up there. This is right where Senchuk Chardonnay belong, and it's the firmament. It's the top level of Chardonnay in Canada, and yeah, absolutely spectacular. The length of the finish is spectacular. The minerality, the saltiness, the lingering effect, but so pleasant. And what strikes me in that wine, it's the balance. The balance between, like I said, the 12.5 alcohol. I can feel the oak. I can feel the texture. It's not too light. It's not heavy. There's everything. So
spectacular. It truly is. Oh my God.
So now it gets me back to the other wine, the little guy that I tasted earlier, that I think was just a hint of little, maybe neutral oak, because I got a lot of nuttiness out of that wine. And I mean, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was If it's under $25, I think it's worth it. I think it's a 90 plus 91 points if it's under $25. Like
Okay,
worth it.
tell you right now.
But now I can't really. Yeah, this is a nice little crunchy wine, pleasant, approachable. But there's nothing that I can do side by side with that absolute like magical pour that we have. But let's keep in mind, $55 versus what we have here, and I'm curious to know the price of that little boy here, and who made it.
I'll tell you the price in a second. I gotta say it's already sold out. This one sells out very fast, so we're a little late to the game. But I'm just looking at this. So you said there's got to be some kind of oak. That you were right on. There's a special kind of creaminess to that wine and a nuttiness.
Yeah, that nuttiness
comes from the oak. It does not. It's an unoaked Chardonnay.
Unoaked.
You know what it comes from?
No. Yes, I don't want to know.
It rests on its lees for 8 months.
From who?
So it's exclusively stainless steel, no oak, but it spends 8 months with its lees, like basically the poop of the yeast, okay, from the wine. I know there's a different way of saying that, but like I don't know much about wine, so that's what it is. And so that's where that nuttiness and creaminess you're talking about comes from, not from the oak. And the other thing is that these are old vines planted in 1988.
Okay, wow. So who's that? For God's sake.
Complexity comes from, okay. I'll give you a big hint. It's from Niagara on the Lake.
Is it Bellaterra Shirley?
You sure got it right.
Darn it! Oh, okay.
There you go.
Huh.
There you go. So, yes, you are correct. I mean, it is less than half the price, almost a third of the price of the other Chard we have opened up, the Senchuk Chard, but super enjoyable, incredible value for $22, right? Like you said, you can tell which one costs almost triple the price. You can tell, but I mean, it's for the price. I mean, it's just an incredibly enjoyable wine. Almost makes you think it's oaked even when it's not.
Wow.
Interesting, hey? The power of lees aging. I mean, it gets you that nuttiness, that creaminess, that complexity, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. You got me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So thanks for that. I mean, you got me pretty good on that wine. I want to say 92 plus points for the that's my first score on the Vin Gris.
On the Vin Gris, okay, from 13.
92 plus on the Vin Gris.
Whoa,
hey, we have a heck of a lineup in front of us, I would like to say.
God. I would love to say that too. It is amazing. Look at that.
Holy smokes. So we got best of the best in from many different regions right in front of us here.
It's pretty special.
Because
you're driving by Summerland, BC tonight, you got to stop by.
So, okay. 92 plus for the Vin Gris. I would go to 92 plus for the Riesling, maybe 93 for the Riesling en terre.
You got the bottle of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. So many good things. I don't know.
94 plus for the Syrah.
From the Similkameen?
From the Similkameen. Clos du Soleil Syrah, 94 plus. Can you please, do you have a pen? Okay, I need to take notes here. These are my, oops.
You got one?
Big pile of receipts just flew. Woohoo.
Oh, yeah. I was putting those in that little folder. Yep. There you go.
Sorry. There you go.
All good.
Start piece of paper, score. So Vin Gris, 92 plus. Terre, Riesling 93. Clos du Soleil Syrah 94 plus.
Mhm.
Saint-Chuck 94. Wow. 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 What a night.
It's quite a night. That's quite a
What
night.
a night.
And to put it in perspective, you guys, like, I mean, more and more we're spoiled because people just, like, we know where to look for the
Oh,
good
by
stuff.
the way, 93 points and for 2022
Yeah.
Stratus.
But to put it into perspective, like, Carl tastes well over 1,000 wines a year. Less than 5% get to 92 plus.
Yeah.
And less than
Right.
3% get to 93. And it's like 2 or 1% get to 94 or 95. And I think you've only ever rated 1 or 2 wines above 95 points. Maybe two wines.
5 at the most.
Yeah, max. Yeah. So yeah, it's quite a night at the Boucher household here with these wines.
Holy smokes, what a lineup. Hey, football's over, I guess. The football player just came back.
Excellent. We just need one more, the baseball player. He
Yeah.
can come to the door anytime. Yeah. Awesome. Well, guess what? My short ribs that I poured a full bottle of Mythology, various reds we had left over from the last couple weeks. I poured a full bottle into those short ribs and they are done now. So I think we got to get cracking on those short ribs. What do you think? Do you think those short ribs will go with that Syrah? That 90, did you say 94 points for that Syrah? I gotta taste this 94.
I said 94 plus.
Woo! Okay. So let's see if my unskilled and nose can tell which one's the 94 plus Syrah and which one's the $20 Cab Merlot. Okay, this is the Syrah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm getting better at this. Do you also see how I drank more of the 90 of the Syrah? Wow.
What a night. Jeezy moly, incredible. So a little preview of the Pan-Canadian Masterclass 3.0 hosted, who will be hosted at Siouan Staff on June 21st. So there's 3 wines right in here that just got tasted and all 93 points or better. I mean, folks, it's shaping up to be an incredible. I knew that the story behind each and every producers and the story with the panelists will be like memorable, but now the wines are coming in and more like, yeah, I'm so freaking thrilled.
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, that's it. That's it.
Okay. So those of you who already have your tickets, fantastic. Those of you who don't, I mean, this is what you'll see on your plate when you get there. Incredible journey across Canada. Wow. Maps and stuff. And the key is this incredible curated tasting that is not like anything else out there. It is not like those tastings where you go and you get your little passport and you walk around to like 100 different booths and try a little piece of this and a little piece of that. It is not like that. It is full immersion into what we live day to day, which is getting to know the winemakers, getting to know the stories, and getting the real behind the scenes of these wines, which is so rare in the wine world these days. And we get to have access because we are in Canada at the moment that Canadian wines are getting to that world-class, incredible level. It's such
Imagine spending an afternoon with Richard De Silva, Brian Schmidt, Siouan Staff, Rob Amersley, Richard De Silva.
You already said, you know what? They're the rock stars.
Peter Gamble.
Yes.
Like I mean, Cubby is a freaking like he's so cool to talk to at Ferox. He's gonna fit right in. Dean Stoica and JL.
Well, this wine you just rated 94 plus. That's Michael.
Michael Clark, which is a new guys coming into the scene, and we're gonna have also Mackenzie Brisebois on site from the Prince Edward. Keith Dyer is going to be there as well. Our buddy Marcel, like I mean, come on, like this is a real immersion into the family, like the fandom of Canadian wine. Like we are in the Hall of Fame of Canadian wines right there. So I can't wait.
It'll be so much fun. Can't wait. See you guys real soon. Jax, that's awesome. Can't wait to see you there. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do this, guys. Let's do
Canadian
this.
wine lovers.
Spots left. So tell your friends. Let's fill up that room, that tent for the Pan-Canadian. By the pond, by the vineyards. It's going to be fabulous.
Canadian wine lovers. Carl's Wine Club members. See you next time.
Woo!